这场比赛是中国女篮对阵美国 WNBA 纽约自由人队的比赛，也是 WNBA 的一场季前赛。咱们看到中国女篮球员韩旭身穿着绿色球衣21号，代表纽约自由人征战。给大家介绍一下本场比赛中国女篮的先发阵容：内线是李月汝、潘真琪，前锋是李梦，然后王雪萌，然后后卫是李媛。开局韩旭先是一个中距离，帮助纽约自由人先得2分。这个比赛就是国家队和俱乐部的一场友谊赛。李梦3分不中，李月汝篮板，这球是给了查尔斯的一个犯规。这个纽约自由人在 WNBA 也是属于一支传统的强队，曾经2次是杀入过总决赛。他们球队的内线31号查尔斯更是大有来头，一直是美国女篮的先发中锋，非常的有实力。2发全中。这场比赛中国女篮也是获得了和世界顶级强队交手的一个机会，确实也是对于女篮姑娘们来讲是一个非常好的提升锻炼自己的机会。只有面对强队多打一打才能提升自己的水平。李月汝开局连得4分。纳斯的一个中距离，李月汝这球失误了，没有人接应。这个强吃李媛，哎，转身上篮之后没打进。李月汝，裁判吹了争球。这个 WNBA 的规则和 NBA 是很多相似的地方。他们这个争球的话，不是国际篮联那种直接是交换球权，轮着来，他们是就是要跳球。这个其实还是比较有观赏性的。李月汝还是有很明显的身高优势的这次争球。李梦拿到球，潘真琪3分不中。给到韩旭，这就是失误了，中国队球权。李月汝，李媛，这球想投又想传，最后被断掉了，吹了潘真琪的一个犯规。
So a lot of people will talk about the jump that you could make from your rookie year to your second year. Where do you see Kia Nurse being able to expand her game?
I think just being a little bit more confident in what she does on both ends of the floor. She's always been known as a really good defensive player. You know, she's very capable of hitting that 15-foot jumper that we saw her take a possession ago. Just being more confident and willing to take that more often. She's got size at the guard position.
扑进来上篮，好球。
Lee Mung, a pretty move, gets to the rim, tying things up at 6, and then a nice defensive play on the sideline.
就是现在中国女篮 我们的几位主力球员基本上都是有打 WNBA 的实力，比如李梦，还有李月茹、韩旭以及黄思静，都是有在 WNBA 征战的实力。给到潘振奇，给了一个进攻犯规。
Yell at her. Not just in the WNBA, it happens with the Chinese national team too.
Disgust does not get lost in translation.
Not at all.
Inside to Charles off the window.
查尔斯一个擦板
，6
比10，中国队落后4分。
Coming off of her 6th All-Star game nod, is she still the type of cornerstone player a franchise can build around?
Yeah, without question, she is still one of the best.
王雪萌，哎呦，这球被切掉了。
Strips it away, leads the break.
查尔斯3分没有，韩旭的篮板，转身上篮没有，还是前场球。这个就是韩旭虽然能抢到，但是确实因为身体太瘦弱，然后力量对抗也不太行，在篮下稍微是挤一下就打不进去了。
This matchup of Shu against Leo, those two played on the same team back in September for China. 6th place finish in the World Cup.
进攻犯规，
And an
球权给到中国队。
call there against the Liberty. Tina Charles picking up her 2nd. We've played 4 minutes, and Tina Charles has a field goal and a couple of fouls.
And if this was a regular season game, she'd probably be sitting next to Katie Smith by now. But in a preseason game, you're not all that worried about that because Tina Charles is not going to play 40 minutes in a preseason game anyway.
再回给李媛，潘振奇底角李梦，3分不中。哎呦，这边也是一个失误。
And some more nerves displayed,
including Asia Duras. How are they going to handle the physicality of the league and the different pace of play? Katie Smith is confident.
还是前场球。
Handle that quickly.
Average 21 points per game as a senior in Louisville. Tina Charles last year for Katie Smith's team led the team in scoring at 19.7. Nobody else was within 10 points. Can Durr develop into that secondary option?
Yeah, without question. And it's going to be making sure she has the willingness to look for those scores.
李媛给到李月茹，勾手。
Beats the buzzer. Good hustle there underneath. That's Lee Yuan, the 5'7" guard. Just trying to interrupt play there underneath the hoop, but Liberty. Megan Huff entering the lineup. She was the 3rd-round draft pick for the Liberty, 26 overall, taken out of Utah. Step back for Nurse, that's off the
这就是吹了李梦的一个犯规。
on the offensive glass, and an extra possession for the Liberty.
It's a great way to get yourself involved in your first couple of seconds on the floor when you're a rookie. And for Huff to get in there, to get to the offensive glass, she's a true stretch four. This is a player who is very capable from out to the three-point line. Be a nice compliment to some of the other bigs that the Liberty have on this team.
And a big opportunity for a rookie like Megan Huff entering a team that has 5 open roster spots.
给了一个进攻犯规。
Call again, became the #1 pick in the WNBA. Durr picked 2nd, becomes the 2nd highest Cardinal to be selected.
刚才这镜头有点乱啊，刚才应该是中国队一次失误，有个自由人造成了中国队犯规。中距离没有。杨利伟反击了，这双方是都有一阵没得分了，场上比分6比10很久了。李媛好球，李媛打破僵局。李月茹的抢断，李媛来一个推人犯规。
Brittany Boyd, one of 3 players. Smith joins the bench with Herb Williams and head coach Katie Smith.
杨利伟，再回李媛，张丽婷挡拆，李媛3分球，好球啊！李媛，李媛在这一记3分命中之后，终得反超1分。
Entry feed inside and the finish, creating space underneath. Nicely done there by Avery Worley Talbert, 28 years old, out of Liberty.
这球一个封盖。
That was Huff trailing. So Boyd, now in her 2nd year back from that Achilles injury that she suffered in 2017, played 30 out of 34 games a year ago, leading the team in assists. Wild shot flipped up by Tanisha at the end of the shot clock, and it's a violation back to China.
We talked about Megan Huff at the other end of the floor, getting the offensive rebound, and then here a really nice defensive play, blocking from the backside. That's one of the things rookies can do to live another day and make a roster.
14 dressed tonight for the Liberty.
李嘉诚给到王思雨，杨利伟3分球，好球啊！中队李媛和杨利伟连续的这2记3分球是非常给力啊！杨利伟绕前的抢断，张丽婷再给张茹，王思雨，张丽婷中距离，好球，中队领先4分。张丽婷是一个非常擅长中远距离投射的大个子，但是也是篮下打的有点软。
Having very many minutes together on the floor, and it's showing right now on both ends.
A miss there by Wright on the offensive.
哇，这面对3个人的包夹还是打进了，还是黑人球员的爆发力好呀。王思雨给了一个防守犯规，那王思雨罚球了。哎，这还没到吗？这一次应该是刚到。再有犯规，两边是都要罚球了。王思雨篮板。王思雨虽然是一个后卫，但是在场上总是能在众多常人中间抢下前场篮板。这个是后场篮板，前场篮板也经常能抢到。刘嘉岑，这个中投没有。反击上篮打进。张丽婷，哎呦，这球可惜了，有点干扰就打不进了。
That'd be quite the distinction considering that she's not been with the Liberty straight through, having last played with New York in 2015.
这就是给了杨利维的犯规。
Bias drawing the foul, heading to the line. She's been good in transition as well.
And this is what is a bonus. If a guard can get in there and get the defensive board and has the speed like Bias has, you don't waste time with an outlet. You just go yourself. There's a nice finish inside.
Now 26 years old, out of Oklahoma State, was the 17th overall pick 5 years ago in 2014. 29 total WNBA games in her career, last in 2016 to Dallas. So we've talked about the rookies, the veterans. How about somebody Bias that is really working against the clock potentially when it comes to her fate on this Liberty roster?
Yeah, I mean, but these are the kind of players that you may not have seen them in the WNBA for a year or two, but have been overseas. working, getting ready to make a return to the WNBA, and it's always fun to hear those stories about the players who may not make it, but work their way back to the league.
3分短了一点。这样第一节比赛结束。
Half court.